Hello and welcome to the bi-weekly IoTeXperts live stream brought to you by the folks at IoTeX. Point to the little overlay there. My name is Robert Wolf, and I'll be your host today and every 2 weeks as we take you on a deeper look at the IoTeX developer ecosystem and explore the many things going on in and around this exciting space. Each of these live streams will start off with developer updates, followed by an in-depth conversation with the IoTeX experts about this developer ecosystem. Now, I'm joined by these experts, of course, the regular ones we have today. We have Simone, Giuseppe, we have Jeremi talking about all the cool stuff that's been happening around Discord. Of course, we're going to showcase opportunities, explore resources, and bring new and exciting IoTeX developments to light throughout this broadcast. Each of these events will finish off with an audience Q&A. So throughout the event, if you do have any questions, feel free to post them in our Discord server. Actually, I'll be monitoring the Discord server as well, but you can also post them on the YouTube channel right there. I'll be watching that. For those of you joining us on Twitter, please retweet this, right? You want your friends and your fellow developers to know what's going on in IoTeX, retweet this. And for those joining us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the IoTeX channel for more exciting content like this, which we do release regularly. So I'm going to bring on our guests now. Let's bring on Giuseppe. Hello, Giuseppe.
Hey.
And hello, Simone. Welcome. It looks like Jeremi dropped, but he should be coming back. We'll get him on the line as soon as he gets back online here. So hello.
How's it going, guys?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. So exciting things happening today. I know let's go through, I guess, the calendar or the things we're going to cover today. So number one, Giuseppe has some developer updates regarding the developer hub that is slowly evolving into an amazing space for IoTeX developers to create, post, share, engage with all sorts of cool stuff. Giuseppe will cover some stuff there. Simone, I think, has some updates on the MetaPebble, what's happening around the MetaPebble. And then I have some announcements regarding the ARM Dev Summit and the IoTeX workshop that Simone and I are working on and we'll be hosting in October. And then we'll go into Jeremi's Discord Minutes, where he covers a variety of questions that he was able to answer over the past 2 weeks and hopefully help any developers watching in their journey to develop on IoTeX. So as I laid that out, Giuseppe, you come up first. So what kind of updates do you have for us?
Cool. Wow, that sounds like a packed episode. Yeah, so I wanted to just talk about the improvements that we've been making on the developers portal and maybe some sneak peeks on what's to come. And, hopefully you guys like it. I mean, I think we love it. It's becoming like a super... Oh, hey, Jeremi.
Jeremi made it.
Sorry, I had a slight issue there.
No worries.
I had to start Chrome instead of Firefox.
You're here now.
Exactly. Yes. That's what matters. Cool. I think I'll share my screen and start going through it a little bit. Show you what we've been working on. Cool. Yeah.
Why don't you bring it up? I'll add it to the stream. There we go.
All right, nice. It was just showing me some tips on how to share the screen. It's like, okay, cool. Nice. So this is the landing page. We have made some interesting changes on just, some content. So if we look at Academy, for example, now there is a chance of liking a certain post, and also there is a like count. So for example, if, you enjoy something, just you would normally do, click, you like it. And you can also, let's see, for example, let's go to the part 1 here of one of the latest tutorials that we added. You could also comment on it. So there is a sidebar here with comments. Nick wrote, awesome. We can comment on it. And later on, probably this week, you're going to have the chance to reply, to edit, or even, delete your comments. So the whole idea here is to basically start making this, more and more engaging and making it more of a platform where you could actually learn, but also contribute, as we will see later, and also, grow with your own profile. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So, for example, here we could see that, it's been written by Simone. We have the likes here. I could click on this, for example, and check Simone's profile. That's a public profile with this contribution and his bio. And that's basically what it looks like. From the point, I can follow him, for example, here.
Is that
And
an
then from
NFT or is it just a picture?
I don't know. That's up to Simone to answer. I don't know if he owns a Bored Ape, but you know, up to him.
That's how I look like in the morning when I just wake up.
Oh, it's actually not a bad look. I kind of look more like this here on the right. From the point of view, let's say, for example, of how my own profile would look, I could go here, check out my profile, and then you can see that, for example, you can edit. So here I can put, for example, developer champion at IoTeX, and then I can say if I'm available for hire or not. So this is going to be, it's just obviously the first step, but it's going to expand a little bit more later when I could actually start creating and adding on to my public profile, so that then I can work on some projects, I can showcase my skills, my talent, and I could also, you know, see if I'm available for a hire, for a contract or project. I can just click here, save, and this will show up here. Now, what I was talking about earlier is basically the public version up here. So if I click on this, that's basically what I was seeing with sort of what Simone, on Simone's profile. And then I can check out my contributions here, which I don't have because I usually post with the IoTeX Foundation. And yeah, that would be, and I follow myself because, yeah, that's important. Another thing that I wanted to show is, for example, if I go here on my profile, I could go down here and I can bookmark some of the projects that I like the most. It will show my contributions, but I can also actually work on the subscriptions. So right now I'm subscribed to new content that comes from the Academy and the blog, but I could also subscribe to the newsletter, which we're actually working on and should start being available maybe by the end of this month. And we're thinking of doing some sort of monthly, more or less, newsletter. And if you do that, you subscribe to it and you get all the nice updates and all the interesting things that we are working on. So let me see if I miss something. No, the next thing I want to talk about is about the community projects. And so that's going to be something that it's going to be added on. So we don't actually have it on the platform. But the idea is to basically, besides having Academy with official content from the IoTeX team and having a blog, we're also going to have a section that's basically going to have community projects. So that that's basically for individual contributions to the portal. So like I said before, you know, it becomes not only a place where you can learn with official content from the IoTeX developers team, but you can also browse through content that other people have individually contributed to the platform. And that can also help the developers that contribute content to actually grow their public profile. Because on top of the maybe Academy tutorials or articles that they can contribute, they can also contribute some sort of showcase project that count as a portfolio, let's say, where developers can basically just describe you know, their involvement in a specific project, if they maybe did the front end or if they worked on the back end, what kind of challenges they had to solve and stuff like that. And that all goes into their profile, again, you know, corroborating like what their skill level is and if they are up for hire. And
yeah,
like
and you know what, Giuseppe, we were actually talking about this in the green room before we went live. You know, there's a lot of people, the blockchain space, just to let you all know, very new, right? And developers are few and far in between. There are a lot of developers out there, but there are very few developers in the blockchain space, and people are actually very interested in getting into this new space, developing for Web3, doing all this stuff. Now, traditionally, people have been posting their stuff, their commits, their pull requests. It's all tracked on GitHub. This is kind of like your open source resume. Now, with this new developers hub, this new portal that you guys have been working so hard on, this is a great way to showcase your skills. Just like what Giuseppe was saying, showcase your skills to the blockchain community as a developer. And I would imagine that in the future here, people are going to be pointing to the things they've done on the IoTeX Developers Hub as a way to showcase their resume.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, it's sort of like the best of both worlds. You know, the portal grows, but at the same time, as a developer, I can start contributing content, and that is already a platform for me to basically showcase what I got. And yeah, I think it's cool. It's on top of that, Simone has many other plans for all sorts of upgrades that are coming, little by little. And yeah, I think it's looking amazing. It's looking really great. We're also going to have some, tags. So for example, when you start on a project now, I can see that it's, for example, a tutorial, and I can see the level, the intermediate, here. But I can also start tagging, for example, what languages I'm using, what technologies that I'm using, what kind of, how to set up the environment and all these kind of things, And I think that's going to help even more and just make it more streamlined and more immediate for people to see. So lots of cool stuff happening.
I love it. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan of this platform since Simone first showed me the alpha version of it before it even released. I was so excited.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
And yeah, that's it on my end.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Giuseppe. I think that was a
Thank
great
you.
breakdown. I'm going to remove your screen share now.
Please.
Simone, you're up. You have some cool stuff to talk about MetaPebble, right?
Yeah, not really actually a presentation. It's more like a call to action for the viewers. Maybe let me share the screen because I want to share this MachineFi GitHub page where there are some other projects maybe not all developers are aware of. There are some MachineFi oriented repositories here. One of these is the MetaPebble testing. So for those of you who have checked out the developer portal recently, or they have subscribed to notifications, we have a recent blog that is an update about MetaPebble. Basically, we are somehow opening to developers who wants to get access to the MetaPebble SDK. So MetaPebble is this kind of mobile application that works similarly to Pebble Tracker by generating verifiable GPS location based on the mobile phone, on the smartphone GPS, and sending this verifiable location to a web stream server that then can be used inside the apps to build games or build proof of location based the apps. So if you are a developer, you're interested in like beta testing, the MetaPebble SDK, it will allow your mobile application to, let's say, it will allow your DApp to make use of this trusted location from users that have MetaPebble installed on their smartphone. You will also be able to like ask users to give your DApp access to their trusted data so that users are always in control of which DApp is actually getting access to these proofs of location. And anyway, it's not never giving access to the whole GPS location, but just to proof of locations into specific areas. And so all these features are going to get released in the form of an SDK in the next months. But at this moment, if you are interested into integrating this technology into your DApp, then I definitely invite you to contact us, me or Jeremi or anybody or Giuseppe on Discord, or just send an email to hello@iotex.io, and we will be guiding you and giving you early access to this SDK and help you integrating it into your application. So yeah, just wanted to make this more public, I would say. And yeah, call developers to action here and contact us if you have a cool idea about how to use trusted location in your D app, and we can help you integrate the MetaPebble SDK as an early beta tester. That's all.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around or going on right now in this space. I feel that IoTeX is just poised for so many great things in these next 6 months. I keep hearing all this cool stuff that's happening, and I'm just so excited, especially when you think about all the projects that are being built now on IoTeX. When we interviewed EnviroBlock a couple, like last month or something, there's just so many amazing things happening. Cool. All right. So I didn't mention this at the beginning. I did not mention this at the beginning, but this is going to be a slightly shorter episode than you all might be used to. We are going to cut this short as soon as we're done with content. And so we had the updates from Giuseppe. We had our updates from Simone. And now I have one update. We'll move right on to Jeremi with Discord minutes. So, we've talked about this in the past couple episodes, but IoTeX got approved for a workshop at the ARM Dev Summit, which is happening in October, late October. I'm going to share the link to Dev Summit right now. So for those of you who are interested in attending this event, it is live in person in San Francisco, and I believe it's the Museum of Fine Arts. And you can go check that out at devsummit.arm.com. And then we have our session right here, which I'm also going to share. So Simone and myself will be presenting a workshop. You can go read all about this workshop. It is slightly out of date in that we will not be offering Pebbles. We will be offering Arduinos, and we've settled on 35 total attendees. So anyone who attends this event gets to sign up to a workshop. We hope that the people listening here, if you're in the San Francisco area in late October, sign up for the event, sign up for our workshop. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get an Arduino to work with us. Simone, did you want to talk a little bit about what the workshop is?
Yeah, definitely. We will actually take you through building a fully working MachineFi application, which is about rewarding users for doing health-related activities in the real world. So we will use an Arduino board that integrates a secure hardware cryptographic coprocessor, and a nice integrated accelerometer, and we will use the accelerometer to count the working steps that the user does, and the steps will be sent to a WebStream node that will then implement some simple IoT logic to somehow decide what working activity is worth rewards, and then there will be like a smart contract, work to earn smart contract that will somehow query the WebStream Oracle to get the balance of steps and then send out rewards to the user. And all of these will work with all the MachineFi concepts like device authentication, trusted data, device binding to the user, and of course, rewarding based on proof of healthy activity. So I think it's pretty cool. And if you have the chance, we look forward to meet you there.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to I'll bring my own Arduino, and I'll probably even be doing the workshop, Simone.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
I hope I will make it to the end because it's a long, but I think we have 2 hours or 1.5.
It's 90 minutes. Yeah.
90 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, but either way, as far as I understand, we're going to host this on the Developer Hub. So anyone who wants to build this out at home can get their Arduino device and follow along on demand later on, or the folks who aren't able to finish during the allotted time can, of course, take their Arduino home and finish at home. So very cool.
Yeah,
but it's so much cooler to have you guys in person and do it with you guys for sure.
Yeah. Fly on over, Giuseppe.
I wish, but I might be. I have my daughter that's supposed to be born that week, so.
Oh, congratulations!
I have to choose. I of course choose you guys, obviously.
We're gonna show your daughter this video like 5 years from now when she understands it.
Yeah, one more opportunity to hate me. Yeah, for sure. You said you were gonna choose your friends.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, yes, exciting stuff. The workshop, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. So again, if anyone's in the area, check out the Dev Summit, ARM Dev Summit website, register, and register for our workshop. So on to the last segment of today's episode, and this is with Jeremi. Looking good. Look, every week your setup is getting better and more awesome.
And he looks better too. I mean,
Look at those
fame
yellow
is
glasses.
really
You're so
interesting.
cool. Oh, you're muted. You look cool, at least.
Thank you. Yeah, these glasses saved my life. I reckon I would have gone blind. I was staring too much at computer screens. It's actually imported from America, these glasses.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, yeah, I had to pay money for it to go through the border security. Anyway, so I wanted to provide an upgrade an update on some of the stuff that was going on Discord in the past couple of weeks. But before that, I wanted to touch on an important topic. As you well know, I run the hacking network on IoTeX. It's the hacking token, and as in correlation, I am interested in some of the cybersecurity related things that happen in the Web3 space. And actually, may I share my screen just for a second?
Let's do it.
1 second, share screen. Okay, share.
All right.
Can you see?
We're bringing it on.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. It's a little small. Maybe you want to zoom in a little bit.
1 second. No, it's okay.
There you go.
Okay, so basically, yeah, this is something that happened, as you see, July 25th. It's fairly new. So malware in Web3 spaces is nothing new. The only difference here, they've been what's the word? Prevalent in the Web3 space, in the cyberspace for years now, especially crypto miners. But this is not a typical crypto miner. This is actually a password stealer and a private key and address swapper. So, for example, if you and the reason I'm actually talking about this is because the source code was leaked, and someone leaked it first on some crypto hacker forum, and then someone posted it on GitHub. And the reason this is relevant to our discussions for IoTeX is because this malware is actually one of the tangents of attack is through Telegram and Discord bots. So this is something that Fixer, you've been working on the Discord bots. But it's important to note also for our community that uses Telegram, because you have to be careful when you join, when you open Telegram. Sometimes you might get invited to a group that looks exactly like the IoTeX group. There are people that are cloned. The names of the people are cloned, but they have different usernames. So be very careful. You might get tricked into downloading some software, and it might be this. So basically, the way it works is that one of the ways it will hack you. I can stop sharing now. One of the ways it can hack you is. Or you can lose your tokens. For example, if you make a transaction via MetaMask, you copy the address, and this hack will switch the clipboard with the attacker's address.
Wow.
So yeah, this is actually something that's been happening. I've seen reports of this happening in the past couple of years on IoTeX. However, I just want people to be aware that it might be more prevalent now since it's been released in the open, and people deploy it left, right, and center.
This is a good time to mention real quickly. That it would be very rare, if anything, not happening at all, that someone from IoTeX would ever contact you and ask you to download something. So we would, I would say we would never do that. Like no one from IoTeX will ever contact you and ask you to download something. If anything, we will never DM you first.
Exactly.
So we will ask you in a public channel to DM us in that public channel where you can clearly see we are the admins of that server in the official server. But on top of all of this, it's very important when it comes to your crypto, take that extra second, take that extra minute to really, look at who the user is, look at what group you're in, really identify your surroundings, because hackers are getting more clever, and in a lot of ways their cleverness comes in simplicity. And so because it's so simple, it's that much more clever, and they find all these different ways to get at us.
Yeah, and always remember the basics. Don't share the private key. Don't click on any link that they share, that anybody shares with you inside a private chat. Ever.
Yeah. So sorry, Jeremy. Good pointing that out. It's always good to be up to date on these kind of things.
Yeah, no worries. I always try to look out for the community. So there were some other topics that were brought up in our Discord chat related to development. There was an interesting discussion about some of the IoTeX core Web3 servers and the differences between the IOCTL native implementation, get a transaction by hash, compared to the Web3 API. As far as I know, it's an issue in the implementation of the Web3 wrapper, which the IoTeX core team is looking into now. So don't worry about that. There was also some discussion going on about the analytics and what analytics is compared to the IoTeX core archival node. The IoTeX does not currently support archival node states. That is being developed, but it was planned to be released shortly, but there is no plan as of yet. There is no target date as of yet that was announced. There were also some tips I wanted to show you. Maybe if you give me 1 second, I'll bring the Pebble tracker. I wanted to show you this one tip that many people might not be aware of, that might save the day for someone. One moment, I'll be right back.
Cue elevator music.
And now let's fill in the space.
Yeah, fill in the space. Yeah, so as you all know, Jeremy, running through these things on Discord, these are the most, or I say, the most relevant questions to developers over the past 2 weeks, since this show goes on every 2 weeks, right? So he pulls these really cool questions from Discord as he spent some valuable time answering them.
So here's my Pebble tracker. Can't get focus. But yeah, so basically I wanted to show you this tip
there you go.
where you can, yeah, exactly, that's the one. I don't have autofocus on my camera. I'll have to change the zoom manually. I'll work on that some other time. Basically I wanted to show you this tip where you can change the network configuration, the cellular connection type, the mode in which the Pebble connects to the cellular network via the SIM. So basically, you have to press the down arrow and press the power button for a short while. And sorry, you didn't see my screen. So you press the down arrow, you press the power button at the same time for about 2 seconds, and then release the power button. And you will be greeted. I can't see. Maybe 1 second.
Here, Simone, you're muted. We can bring Simone to show. Oh, there you go. We can see you, Jeremy. Here, let me make you big here.
Yeah. So basically, when you do this correctly, you will be presented with this screen. This is it, and you can change. You go to the system settings. The first option. You can use up and down arrows, and then you select with the power button, and then you can go to the modem settings, and then you can choose between the NB-IoT and the LTE-M. So if you can zoom me back out, Robert. So yeah, that was just a tip. Now I can't get my settings back. yeah, so that was just a tip for some people who there were a couple of users who had trouble connecting their Pebble trackers using their SIM cards. This might be the reason, the network settings. So play around with that if it doesn't work, and make sure that the SIM card you actually have is really an IoT SIM card, and that you have network coverage, of course. So that was that I wanted to show you about the Pebble tracker. There was also an issue, not an issue, a question. Regarding IoTube, the IoTube APIs. There are the IoTube API, the witness nodes for IoTube are not exposed publicly. However, they are not documented. However, the IoTube service is open sourced. Maybe we can post a link to.
Yeah, it's the link that you shared in Discord, right?
To the GitHub page. Did I share it?
I think you did. If you want to post it again real quick in the private chat, I can share it.
Yep, I'm posting it now. So yeah, so the IoTube project is open source on GitHub. You can deploy your own witness node. You can play around with it. You can inspect the source code if you really can't wait for the documentation to be updated, and you can use the APIs that way. However, we are on it, and we are going to look into implementing proper documentation for this stuff. The last for this service. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was an issue in IoPay desktop that was specific to Ledger, so hardware wallet on Linux computers. The issue is that if you try to claim the Vita, the software will just crash and you will be back in the login page for your wallet in IoPay desktop. So this issue is not going to be fixed via IoPay desktop. This is what I've been told. And the way it's going to be fixed is most likely the button will be moved from the IoPay desktop app into a web browser interface somewhere. So those were the updates I wanted to share. That's all from my side.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Jeremy. I know you put a lot of work into the Discord server and making sure that all the developers there get their questions answered. It's nice to have it on video, you showing us here. So we have just a few more minutes left. There was a question that came in from Faku, if I'm saying that right. And you're asking whether or not it's easy to develop stuff with Arduino. And you read some information about this. Simone did share some information there on the chat. Simone, I don't know, did you want to talk a little bit about this, or just, if you go to developers.iotex.io, there's lots of stuff on Arduino there.
Yeah, there are two levels, of course, of complexity. One is you should get familiar with Arduino, and they have a lot regarding education and tutorials on their own website, on the Arduino website. And once you get familiar with Arduino, then you can move to using it with IoTeX. So either you can start from those tutorials that we have where you can use the Arduino to talk to the blockchain directly, like the smart lock that we recently released, the tutorial. And then you can move into more complex proof of real-world data based on WebStream type of tutorials using Arduino.
Yes, and all of that is on developers.iotex.io as listed below. Perfect. Yeah. And on that note, as Giuseppe pointed out, if you want to build out some of your own tutorials, you can do that. Once you've learned how to use the Arduino and work with the IoTeX blockchain, you can also publish them there as well, and we'd be glad to host those. Yeah. So if that's it, right? We're done, guys.
I just wanted to. Can I just give one more insight? There was actually a discussion on Discord about some of the different transaction types. I think I mentioned this earlier about the native versus the Web3. The developers are looking into it, and we're most likely going to look into consolidating the Web3 and the native behavior. That's it. I just wanted to give this small update. It's like literally a live news, also, ongoing discussion between the IoTeX core developers.
Awesome. Yeah. And I posted that in the banner down below. If you aren't already part of the Discord server, definitely recommend joining that now or as soon as we close out this stream. Perfect. All right. So let's close out this stream. As always, Simone, Jeremy, Giuseppe, thank you so much for your time. Everyone watching, you could have spent an hour doing anything else, but here you were at your desk or phone watching us here. So thank you very much for your time. We will be back again in 2 weeks. Same time, same place. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed this live stream, make sure you like it. Tap that little thumbs up button. Follow or subscribe to us on Twitter and YouTube, and we will be here again next week. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.